Hi everyone. Okay, been a while. I've been under the weather and all this crisis that I have. So in front of you, I'm in the back left side of my yard or hillside. So I think that's where I shot my last video. So just to show you, this is what I'm doing. We just finished planting almost 2 dozen avocado trees in different stages. Some of them is newly grafted seedling trees. I did not want to babysit a bunch of seedling tree and watered by hand. So what I did is I went ahead and planted in the ground on the hillside here. I know a lot of professional not recommended. I don't have a greenhouse to babysit, to have it in a greenhouse and babysit every single one of my avocado trees. So this is also an experiment. So hopefully everything will goes well and all my tree will survive. So far, everything I planted in the front, the side has survived. So this is a young seedling tree, young seedling grafted tree. So so I'm putting the plastic. This is not the regular greenhouse plastic, regular plastic that you heavy duty plastic that you get from Home Depot. So on the outside of the tomato cage, and I tie it down, and I still have the opening here so the tree could breathe without me uncover daily. So that's just for your info, and I tie down with the string here and another string here, and then the bottom string on the tomato cage. And then I also have a micro sprinkler sprayer line to it to water. So just to share this with everyone. So far everything I've been planting, all my avocado trees have survived. So you could see it. So at least I think about 2 dozen avocado tree. So, and here's another one, there's another one. So up there, that's, I think that's Maria Black. So all this variety here is from Florida. Some very rare. I have some new variety. Last night or yesterday I counted was I'm up to 66 variety. So 25 variety, 25 of California variety, and then the rest are Florida variety. Very, very rare, excellent variety in flavor. So, and those was planted earlier this summer. So they're okay. They don't need to be protected. They're about a foot and a half to 2 feet tall. This one is about 2 feet tall. So that one is about a feet and a half, and that one is about a feet and a half. So just to share this with everyone. And I'm running the poly line. I'm not quite finished. This section is already finished, but way over there is not finished. So, and I'll walk you through all the how I set things up. And I'm trying to, this is going to be longer video. I'm trying to make it simple, and hopefully you understand. Any question, comment right down below, and please subscribe. So and I have a lot of new variety that I'm planting on the property. So I'm a collector basically. So and I'll keep you updated what all this variety that I'm growing. I'm not listing all the name of the variety that I have. Some of them I'm running out of tomato cage. So like that one and this one here, but this is big enough. So this one is about about a foot and a half. So this height is good withstand the freezing temperature, just for your info for Paso Robles. But the rest is newly grafted. Let me see if I could show you. Some of them is barely some of them did not even have the leaves emerge. It was brand new, newly grafted, so I'll show you. So to protect from the frost, let me see. You can see it, that this tree is barely a foot tall. And hang on here. Okay, this one is a newly grafted. There's little baby leaves emerging. Hang on, it's not showing here. Hang on. Yeah, so you could see right there is newly grafted. So I decided to plant it in the ground. I don't have a greenhouse, so this tomato cage with the plastic, it works almost like a greenhouse. And so this area here, I have not finished setting up the micro sprayer line to the tomato cage. So I have to water every other day or every 3 days since we're in the winter. And you can see all the mulch, all the leaves cutting to keep the soil moist. So just to share this with everyone. And coming down to the steps. So bear with me. Some of my viewer was wondering, and this section here is already connected to the micro sprinkler or micro sprayer line. So you can see this one was newly grafted. I grafted myself to a seedling tree. So there's only, one, two, three leaves. And this one is on a greenhouse, commercial greenhouse plastic, so to protect from the frost. So hopefully, if everything goes well, and I will keep you updated to see how many trees survive and the percentage survive and percentage that did not survive. So that's a Monroe, either Monroe or Maria Black, I'm not sure. So that is big enough to withstand the freeze and the frost. So that's why it's not covering with the tomato cage. Just to share this with everyone. So you can see in all those, I'm going to get a cheap tomato cage and plant some seedling. Not seedling, seed avocado seed to it, and hopefully by spring it will sprout out and I could graft it to it in the early spring. So that's why those are all prep ready to go for me to, once the seed sprout out, I could graft it to. But you can see it. And this is all set, Michael's sprayer line. And you can see this is the regular, I think it's 1/2 inch poly line. And you can see the connector here that I hooked it up. And to a bamboo. I prefer using bamboo. Bamboo doesn't, it lasts at least 3 years for me before I need to replace it, and it's cheap. And so I just use the wire, the greens wire to strap it in, and I have it tied here and tied here, so it sprays easily. And I have this nozzle going downward instead of upward. Most landscapers have this head here going spraying upward and out. Myself, I prefer going directly down to the ground, and I could adjust this part here, how narrow or how wide I want it to spray. So that means moving this tubing upward. So So this is what I use instead of metal. Bamboo is much better, it's cheaper, and it lasts easily three years before I need to replace it. Any type of wood, it rotted real easily. So you can see my little avocado in protected, baby avocado there, protected. And so it get regular watering without me watering by hand. So the one that is not connected, I have to water by hand. So I'm just sharing this with you. Any comment, question, write down below. Please subscribe, and I will share everything that I learned from my own experience, and so you don't make the same mistake that I made. So you can see it. This is, newly planted in the winter. Normally, if the tree is bigger, I don't need to protect it, but the tree is still very young, and I'm planting in, early winter. So, and I don't know what the winter is gonna be like this year. Every year is different in Paso Robles. So this is just precaution coming down here. You can see this tree is not even 1 foot tall. And coming up to this other tree, there's no leaves. This is newly grafted seedling tree. So, and because I didn't want to babysit the tree, I decided to plant it in the ground. So that way is semi greenhouse, and over the winter it have a chance to develop the root in the ground, as so by springtime will be growing faster. So that's the same over there, is a seedling, no leaves. I'll walk over to share this with you. So it's a newly grafted seedling. It has not emerged yet. Barely, you can see it. So it's inside the tomato cage with regular plastic cover it from the frost. So you can see all this tomato cage. And I'm very sure I have not had any issue since I correct my mistake from the on the soil. Every one of my trees survive. Just for your info, and real quick, I will walk you through my irrigation system. Hang on. And coming up here, this is all the tools. I'm trying to set it up for you. This is the timer, different makes. I have right now. I have 3 different brand makes that I use, and this is one of the brand. You could get this from Home Depot or Lowe's, any hardware store. Most of them will carry it. And this is what it looked like. It does have a lid, so you could read through, and it'll tell you exactly how to set it up. It runs by battery, and you do need this. So this device here is connected to here. So I always have to have one extra, so I could connect a hose just in case of fire hazard. You need to have a hose around your house. So, and that's a turn on and off valve there. So instead of connecting this straight into the faucet, I prefer having this separate device. So if you need to use the hose separately, you could connect it to there for emergency, or water by hand. And it will still automatically water your tree, your bushes, your fruit, your vegetable when you're not home. So that way you don't have to water by hand. And this is my favorite mini sprayer line that I use, especially out in the country. This is 360. They have 90 sprayer line, and most of this I got it on eBay. It was cheaper on eBay than regular irrigation supplies. The markup is crazy expensive. And you do need all the stable to get it set up. This is the type. This is the two I do not recommend if you're out on a farm because it's a waste. If you're on well water, it clog up your head so fast within 2 or 3 months, 3 months max. It'll clog it up and you cannot use it. It won't come out with water. So it's not going to work properly. And this is a waste of money. It's overpriced. I prefer using bamboo over this metal device to, get my sprinkler head. And plus it's too short and it wobbly. It flop over because there's nothing. It's just, and it's not long enough on top of it. It's so skinny. So I prefer using bamboo, 3 feet bamboo, and it doesn't disintegrate or decompose easily. It lasts longer than regular wood. So just for your info. And all this blue head is it get clogged up so easily if you're on well water. I do not recommend it. The red head, this you can see it have a hole coming through. This is 360, and this one, the green color, is 90-degree sprayer, micro sprayer. So, and you do need this plug up just in case if your polyline it's leaking. You could plug up the hose. It comes in, if you're not familiar, it comes in 2 different sizes. And you can see this is a splitter, a T-splitter. So either one of this works great. The only thing is, the only difference is this, you could reuse it. Once you hook up to this 3 device, you're stuck. You cannot reuse this 3 type. And the same with here, the elbow. So this one, you could reuse it if you don't, whatever, you change your mind, you could unscrew this and it'll come off. But this two, you're stuck. So, and you do need this part here. You do need this wire to tie your spaghetti line to. And this is the little micro tubing that I use. Do not use any smaller because it will not give out enough water. Anything less than a 1/4 inch will not give enough water. I accidentally purchased smaller. I thought would be better, and it's a waste. Now I have no use for it. So it comes in different sizes, depend on your backyard, front yard. And I do use one is a filter system to install in the device into this part here. Because we're on well water, it get clogged up. The calcium, the mineral get deposited so fast. So I do use and clog up all the nozzle, all the little head. So including the sprayer hand sprayer, it clogs up really bad and really fast. So if you have this, will help filter out all the calcium and mineral. So just for your info. So you could, you have to spend some time at the plumbing the area in Home Depot and read through stuff. So I'll just show you. Hang on. And here's the setup that I have against the wall in the backyard, or standalone. So you can see how it's being set up here. This direction here is open, and actually I don't have it on because we're in the winter, and you can see the device, the setup. This part here is free and clear. So if we have any major fire, I could connect a hose here, and we have hose faucet throughout the property against the wall of the house and stand alone. And so you can see how it's connected. And on the timer, you could set it up how many times a day, for how long, once a day, twice a day, or 3 times a day. daily, every other day, once a week, or whatever. So the instruction is in the box. And you can see the way it's set up here. And it's connected and it's elbow off here. And it runs along the edge of the house here. So you can see that little poly line here. Hang on. Okay, coming back into the back courtyard, you can see the poly line. Okay, this the way it's set up right here, so-called professional that I hire. My last worker, this is a sloppy way of him doing it. So I had no idea. Now I'm finding out all the sloppy work he's doing. So normally I would have a little micro poly line coming out, and then tee off and go up to my potted plant or any tree or bushes that you like. So get automatically, and then we also have the regular watering sprinkler system that my husband control. So this is the individual potted plant or any other fruit tree that need extra watering. So I'm just sharing this with you. Hang on. And coming here, you can see it's connected to that poly line, the larger poly line, and go along the edges here. And coming to my potted plant or fruit tree or avocado tree. So just to share this with everyone. So that way it's water automatically because a lot of the potted plant, the sprinkler system cannot reach. Here's the sprinkler head, cannot reach up to the pot. So I have a micro sprayer line, and I had it hooked upside down. So it's sprayed down. You can see the red head here. Spray down and tie it. Tie it to this metal stake, and so it doesn't spray all over. It's focused on the base of the pot. So for the base of the pot, it's okay to use this, this metal stake. Hang on. And over here, what I did is the tiny 1/4-inch poly line, I line it up right at the edges of the grass here, and it come out to on the other side. So up to some of my potted tree. So just to share this. And hang on, I'll move to another area. And coming here, here's my hydro rain. Here's another brand of automatic timer. And this brand is more expensive, and we have used other brand that is a lot more expensive than this, and it doesn't work any better, just for your info. So you can see the connector here. We hooked it up. This one is going to a lot of the fruit tree, and you can see the tee off right there. And set it up on a timer, how many times a day, every other day, every day, once a week, and for how long, So, and here, this one is connected to a hose that I could water by hand. And this one is always open. This one is closed, to close it off. This is open. So just to share this. And you can see we tee up over there. You could bury the poly line. Here out in the country, we have so many problems with issue with woodpecker. If you have any higher, they peck right through this poly line. So the best if you could bury this or have it in the ground. Otherwise, if you have it raised up like this, the woodpecker will peck right through the hole. Oh, there's a damage right here. You can see it. That means I have to repair this part here. So, and you can see here's a connector running to my kiwi vine, and is set it up upside down so it's sprayed downward instead of all over the place. So, and you can see how I tee off right here to go to a different area of the backyard of my avocados. And coming down here, I got the hose and the polyline go along the fence. You can see it. So right now the hose, because I'm not finished, so I have to water it by hand. But the polyline, I'll come down here so you can see how I connected. I tee it off over here and running to my individual avocado tree. And see, this is how I hooked it up. I like my sprayer 360 sprayer line going downward. This way, once the tree get bigger, the avocado tree get bigger, I could tee off from here and have two hoses. Right now the tree is still small, so I'm keeping it, focus on the root system. But once the tree get a lot bigger, then I could have it adjustable either side, so get evenly water the root system, and I could move it closer into the center of the tree or away from the tree. So it's up to you what you're growing and how often you need to water, what type of fruit tree, and how long, how much. Like lychee need to have more watering, including actually lychee need more watering than avocados. So, but having the mulch here help to keep the moisture and also conserve water. So any question, comment, please write down below. Sorry, I cannot go into detail because it will take too long. I hopefully what I'm showing will answer your question. And I like using the bamboo because it lasts easily 3 years before I have to replace it. And the bamboo, I buy it in Southern California. Every time when I make a trip to Southern California, it's a supply run, and I could get a bags of 3 feet tall bamboo for little over $3. And somehow Paso Robles, they charging a lot for bamboo. So you could source wherever the cheapest bamboo you could get. And I tie mine upside down. So so I hope it explained what I'm doing. And you could do the same for your backyard, front yard, side of the house. Automatically waters without you doing it, watering by hand. So, and I'm not quite finished. My worker just left. So we will finish tomorrow on all the drip line on the side hill of my backyard here. So I'm in Paso Robles Zone 9A. I hope you like my video. Please give me thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep you updated on everything that I'm doing here. Thank you.